Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally doesn't work, and let's make sure we are open for business. And I want to thank you guys for joining this morning's edition of Don't Sleep on the Dallas Cowboys, because you can never, ever go to sleep on the Dallas Cowboys because things can happen late in the evening, late at night, first thing in the morning, so you want to be up to speed. But before I get to all that, I want to have another sip of my coffee. I woke up this morning to an email from an Atlanta Falcons hater. That's right, believe it or not, we have haters on this channel from Atlanta. And that's amazing because Atlanta, is a southern city. That's southern hospitality. It's not like the city of brotherly love. Those asses up in Philadelphia that are just mad at the world. We're talking about Atlanta, site of this year's Super Bowl. To get hate from Atlanta, you got to be doing something. But Kamar, he wasn't pissed off about me trashing Matt Ryan, saying that he's just a guy, an average quarterback that had one great season, or that he choked in the Super Bowl. No. Kumar has issues with me drinking coffee on the show. Kumar said, you need to stop drinking coffee to open up your show. You don't see ESPN do that. Hey, Kumar, have you looked at ESPN's ratings lately? They're going down. ESPN is actually kind of fighting for survival. They're trying to get into the internet to promote. I get emails from ESPN saying, watch this show, watch that show. So the fact that I'm not following those guys and emulating them, I think that may be a winning strategy. I mean, that's like being a department store and trying to be more like Sears or Kmart. You don't want to follow the guys that are going downhill. Just saying. But anyway, on to our Dallas Cowboys. And our Cowboys, for the most part, real quiet weekend. I love the fact that our team are doing things together. We all know about the offensive line has been, every week they have dinner together and stuff, and they flip-flop the bills and things. But Zeke Elliott got a private jet, took his offensive line as well as his quarterback, fishing down in Florida. But I do have one problem with this. Not the same problem that I had with Odell Beckham going between playoffs and the end of the regular season down to Miami and just hanging out on the front of a boat. I have a problem with our Cowboys in that little tiny boat. Those are some big men. When I saw the picture, I thought of Jaws. In that scene where you see the shark come, and he turns around and says, I think we need a bigger boat. Because that's what I'm looking at that boat. You got all these big men on this tiny boat. Thank God it was a calm day. Because can you imagine if it had been rocky out there? With that whole offensive line shifting from side to side? It would have been the SS Minnow all over again. A 3-hour tour. But anyway, I am glad to see those guys working together. Football is a job. Understand, it is a job. Most guys, one of the things that drive me crazy is they'll say, I'm here to help this team. Because they, like a doctor, don't want to get on that personal relationship. Because they know, hey, I might be here today and gone there tomorrow. It's a job. So I can't be in love with the Dallas Cowboys because I might become a Philadelphia Eagle or I might become a Washington Redskin. It's who's going to pay me. But you're seeing this team becoming a team and a family. Gone are some of the other personalities that have been there and stuff. These guys are really guys that are getting together and liking each other. When you start making trips together, when you start doing all these things, going out to dinner together and things, you are taking it to a whole nother level. And I love the fact that this team is young. We got 3 guys over 30. That's it. 3. Our long snapper, our kicker, and Sean Lee. Other than that, everybody is a young pup. Now, I know you hear on, like ESPN, Kumar, they'll talk about the name guys, the high draft picks and things, And if you don't have that pedigree, then you just get ignored. You just get told that you don't have anybody for it. Remember last year when everybody said, the Cowboys, who's going to rush the passer with that suspect defensive line? DeMarcus Lawrence? Do we have to start looking at him as a bust? Coming off of back surgery, 1 sack, PED performance, suspension. And he turns around when they least expect it and ends up being second in the NFL in sacks. Most people didn't think that DeMarcus Lawrence would even have an opportunity to start last year or go the year before. Anthony Brown, Malik Collins. Did any of you guys think that they were going to be playing a valuable part of our defense right off the block? Who? Anthony who? And that's the thing that's amazing, because there's so many guys that are forgotten. I mean, when you look at the Hall of Fame, some of the biggest names in there were undrafted guys like John Randall, Knight Rider. Willie Brown, that iconic interception. I think it's still a record in the Super Bowl. You always see on NFL films him running with that interception, 80-some yards. Dick Night Train Lane. And this is where it's great about the old school football. You know why his name was Night Train? It wasn't that he hit you like a night train, although he did. It was the fact that he didn't like to fly, so he'd always take the night train the night before to go to the games. And even Warren Moon was undrafted. Heck, you can just look at our own Dallas Cowboys. Nate Newton, Tony Romo, undrafted guys that end up making great things happen for their teams. So before you guys get down on, he's a nobody, he's a no-name somebody, I've never heard of him, just wait and see. Because there's going to be some guys that you least expect that are going to step up this season, play valuable minutes, and make a name for themselves. I look at our offense, young, studs, ready to rock and roll. I look at the depth that we have. And when your team starts winning, everybody wants to play. When they get an opportunity to play, they're going to be playing lights out because they want to get some more of that as well. When you play a game of football, by the time you get to the fourth quarter, you're in 2 camps. You're in the camp that wishes this could go on for another quarter. Or you're in the camp of, I wish this was already over because you've been getting your ass handed to you. And that's when football starts to get fun. When you start winning. When you just start kicking another team's ass. And I think that that's going to happen a lot this year. I may be wrong. It's not always the best team out there that wins in football. You have to have some breaks. You have to have some luck. You have to have people stay healthy. If we can get the ball to bounce our way a couple of times, if we can keep from having officials that don't call any holding penalties on the other team for 7 games in a row, if we can stay healthy, I think that this Dallas Cowboys, this young Dallas Cowboys team, will be able to make some noise. And I, for one, cannot wait until that kickoff. We have about 97 days until our Dallas Cowboys start the season in Carolina. And it seems like it's far away, but it's coming a lot quicker than you think. And with that being said, I got to get myself to work. I'm Mark Holmes, it's Cowboy Joe Boo, and thank you guys for watching the Joe Boo Sports Report. I'll see you guys later today. Hey, Harold, where's Kumar?